Hello, YouTube. Welcome back to Rimworld, and the center of the nebulous plains. And in the last episode, we did a whole crap ton, like a lot. Gosh, it would have been nice to actually be able to show you any of that shit. Instead, the last actually visually recorded episode, we didn't do jack diddly except for smooth a bit of flooring, smooth a little bit of flooring, found out Mech had expertise in construction. Not anymore, obviously, but we're waiting for him to have an expertise in cooking now. But then a quest came in, the Snitches Brigands, and I was like, yeah, sure, we can go grab that gal. We'll just send Min, Snow, Ada, and all of our Militors, and they'll be able to go and handle it relatively fine. And I was right. I was indeed right. You see, the faction leader of the Northeast Shoni wanted us to hunt down some lady named the Snitch, whatever. And the Snitch was in a hiding spot, a little settlement thingamabob. And they want us to bring the Snitch, dead or alive, to their settlements. They'll give us 400 if she's dead, double if she's alive. So 800. And if we clear out the camp, they would have sent us a Psylink Neuroformer. Now, we did indeed clear out the camp. So we got this thing. So now we're trying to figure out who we want to give it to. Because my original thought was Babadook. But then I saw, Psychically Dull. And that was a solid, no, that ain't happening. While, of course, Snow, Min, and Ada were actually kicking ass, taking names, and not getting injured themselves, and letting the Militors be the ones who got their asses kicked, we began going and smoothing the floor here in the rec room. And we also finished off clearing out the workshop, and we even built a sarcophagus, because I had a feeling we probably weren't going to take the Snitch alive, and boy was I right. We did take a prisoner, it just wasn't the Snitch. It happened to be either her husband, fiance, lover, whatever. Somebody romantically tied to her. And the guy was crap. He had no skills we actually needed or wanted. He was missing an arm, he was missing a leg, he had permanent scar. He just was not a good colonist, so we kicked him out the door. And as we were doing that, a hare went manhunter over here. And I thought that was going to be pretty freaking funny if, the mad hare came out, kicked the crap out of him again. But the sad part for him is that, the sad part for our entertainment was that Mech was just chilling out right here and just took out the freaking hare without any problems at all, so it was a lot of fighting, and our colonists being right up badasses, and I wasn't able to show any of that shit, because OBS decided it was going to wig the hell out for literally no reason, and not actually show any of it, not actually visually record it. You got my voice, you got my commentary telling, oh, how awesome this is, and how cool it is, and look how this is going. Isn't this awesome that we can see this happen? No. Of course that wouldn't happen, because, OBS decided to just freak out. I can't even give it an actual excuse, because, well, yes, I do have a new monitor. I bought that before I recorded that All Will Fall video. And unless it stopped recording the actual, video halfway through the video, because, surprise, surprise, I don't watch all my videos all the way through. I kind of, just do a little bit of editing if I need to, and sometimes watch them all the way through, but most of the time just watch a couple of minutes of it just to make sure that none of the audio is wigging out. Yeah, I know, probably not a good idea, but, well, when you got another job, kind of don't have a lot of time to be doing a lot of stuff. Winter also came, so now we're not, growing any of the fruits and veggies and yada 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 blah blah blah. But I'm thinking that we're probably good. We're probably good on, you know, food. Heck, the more worrisome part is probably the actual meat. That's probably the more worrisome part, honestly, out of all of this. And heck, the other worrisome part is maybe the grasses and stuff for the animals, but shit, even that's not all that much of a worry. But yeah, needless to say, very fun and interesting episode with us doing a little bit of extra base upkeep. And you got to see none of it because, like I said, OBS decided to be a dick. Oh well, that's enough complaining about OBS. Let us basically get on with the episode, where I will continue to do a little bit more base work. And yeah, just a heads up, we're not going to be taking the snitch to the Northeast Shawnee anytime soon. Because, well, this is the Northeast Shawnee. You see this icon? Huh, cool. This is the icon of the Northeast Shawnee. Now, looking on this map, this being us, can you see where their nearest settlement is? For those of you who are actually good at playing I Spy, you'd see it be this one. Jukins. Yeah, I've already checked this out. It's a 16-day trip one way. Yeah, 16 and a half, sorry. 16 and a half. Now, don't get me wrong. As usually, you know, that's kind of a worst estimate. So it could be much sooner. It could be only like 13 days, one-way trip. Until you realize that means that at best, if we're going to be saying, let's say 10 days, let's say we are somehow able to shave off 6.5 days, which, let's be real here, we're not going to be able to. Hell, the frickin' 13 days, I'm assuming, is far better than we probably realistically could get. I'd say more like, 15 at best. Maybe 14 and a half. But yeah, needless to say, we are not going over there because even if it was 10 days, that's 20 freaking days of travel. There's only freaking 30. Oh, no. There's only 15 days in each quadrum, basically each season. So that's a season and a third of a season of traveling. And keep in mind, my dear friends, that's the most optimistic estimate. That's not assuming that, you know, it's really going to be the 15, which means you're out 2 seasons. Yeah, needless to say, we're not taking the snitch there for quite a while. It's gonna need to be some serious freaking... There's gonna need to be some serious freaking reasoning for us to need to bring that gal over there. And honestly speaking, we have no reason to. Oh. Mad Ibex Doe. Okay. Yeah, we've got no reason to. We've got the reward that I wanted. I mean, 400 silver really, honestly, ain't shit. I mean, maybe I'd be more interested in it if we still need to, you know, go and finish off our hospital, but no. And by the way, take a look at this. Hospital. Down here in the cleanliness, 0.60, and it's considered sterile. Look up here into the kitchen, 0.43, dirty. Now, it could be because of the negative. But, honestly speaking, that's not too dang shabby. Of course, that also brings up the interesting point of... yeah, we definitely don't have enough silver to actually do the kitchen, but... that does bring up the interesting point of, do we want to go and do that to our kitchen? To avoid any sort of food poisoning? That's something to seriously consider. Also, another thing to consider, turning off your lights and your heaters in the prisoner's room. Because while we don't really need the extra power, it is a good idea to limit your power usage wherever you can. Advice that can be taken in-game or out-of-game, actually. Weirdly enough. Advice that could be applied to the real world as well. Limit your power usage however you can. Turn off lights when you leave a room. Try not to leave electronics on. Yada yada yada, blah blah blah. Of course, please note that I am not at all ever going to try to say that I am a amazing, awesome, 100% green or energy conscious individual. No, I've done my fair share of not actually, you know, keeping energy costs low. But it is a good idea to at least do a few things that would lower your electricity bill, if for no other reason than just having a little bit of extra cash. Alrighty. Oh, and should I... yeah. Unsurprisingly, the ibex dough is, yeah. It either has been turned into... yes, it's been turned into meat. Okay. I'm sure we're all shocked by that. Actually, I am actually kind of shocked how fast they're able to freaking go and just butcher the creatures. Like, holy crap. Okay, and as soon as our floors are done, they are beginning to go and smooth the walls. And another biotech laboratory, of which I have little to no interest in actually going to unearth. Alrighty, let us see here. No. So it's in this one, right? Yeah, this one is the one where we can make kibble. You know, that probably wouldn't be a bad idea. Honestly, realistically speaking. Probably really, honestly, wouldn't be a bad idea. Yeah, we're not gonna do animal products. That's kind of stupid. I mean, we'll do chicken eggs. I know that's kind of fucked up. Especially since we're probably gonna be cooking, or probably going to be, you know, feeding this to chickens, but... yeah. Cool. I'm sure we could use a few more components. Yeah, we've got 7 so far from the looks of things. So that's not too bad. And our sheepies are still giving birth. Good to see. Yeah, but the main reason I made this kibble bill is honestly because that's a technically cooking skill. And like I said, I want him to reach the strong master ranking with cooking. And let us get rid of this roof zone. Get rid of this roof zone. All that. I'm looking at things. It's going to be a pretty quiet episode for this one, too. Well, ain't that fun? You know, I understand that last episode we had it pretty kind of rough. That fight against those bandits really wasn't easy, but it wasn't difficult. Don't get me wrong, I'm not exactly going to be complaining about not having a difficult fight, but oh yeah, speaking of which, meats. There is something I need to make sure is turned off. We do not want to be using twisted meat. God damn it. Yeah, I was afraid of that. For those of you that don't know, because I probably only explained it last episode, if I had to guess. And when I refer to last episode, I'm referring to the one that actually didn't get visually recorded. But twisted meat, if I can find it. There it is. Twisted meat here is very, very important to have on hand. Because in the Anomaly DLC, there are these creatures called ghouls. They are similar to Shamblers in which they are basically undead creatures. However, they are undead creatures that you control and possibly even create. And the way you keep them happy is by feeding them twisted meat. If you don't have twisted meats, I think you can have them go and eat corpses of animals and stuff, but trust me when I say you'd rather. Yeah, no, we're definitely not needing to do that. Nope, thank you. Yeah, you're definitely not wanting to go and not have that meat around, because if they don't have the meat to snack on, well, they're getting their meat some way, and, well, you best hope that your colonists can run fast. That's all I gotta say. Alrighty, well, we're doing pretty good here. Honestly, we are doing very good. Let's smooth these walls as well. Because if we can smooth those walls, well, there's no reason to get rid of these hidden conduits, but I could if I wanted to. And just go and add these power lines wherever they'll fit. And yeah, that's... is none too shabby. Yeah, that should do it. For the most part. I will say we are going to want to smooth these walls too. Because that might actually contribute to the dirtiness, is unsmoothed walls. How you doing, Mech? Not really doing much. Okay, not doing much, period. I thought that it would... I thought that counted as cooking skill, but... apparently not, I guess. But it requires a cooking skill, so why isn't he getting any... Well, I guess he just can't get any skill points from cooking, from making... Okay, I guess. Weird, but alright. No, yep, and the plants are dying because of the cold. Oh, and the animals are now starving because of snow. Yep, so we are probably gonna let them into there and let them nom 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 nom. Okay, and we are still smoothing everything. Oh, I see a potential to connect. There we go. And do that too. And let's make sure we remove the roof zone over here. And grab all the rocks. And we got visitors. Okay. Welcome. And... yes. Clear away the snow in this area too. Might as well. There we go. Yeah, that works. And we've managed to research the mortars. Perfect. Now, most of our problems will be more or less solved. Thankfully. Okay, let's go with Oh, do we want to do this? Yeah, we do want to do this. We're going to go with light alpha mechs. Because there are a few of them that we do want to actually get on the payroll. And yeah, we're doing pretty good. I'm surprised that we have any plants at all still. You guys haven't died yet because of the cold? Like, it took you guys this long? Jeez. Talk about being stubborn. Alrighty, and... yeah, I could do that, because I'm eventually going to come up here. Y'all didn't know that the middle of winter was gonna get, you know, cold? What? Y'all's never actually been, you know, anywhere where there's winter before? Y'all's doing alright? Okay, no, it appears we don't have... well, we do, but that's not going to be what we're going to want. Okay, and Lady is apparently no longer flirting with everybody. Let's see. Huh. Okay. And... okay. Yep. Okay, so, the only friend that Lady has is the Wookiee. And the Wookiee actually... and I'm referring to people that actually like her, too. The other people that she likes, apparently, is Tail, which is surprising, seeing as how she was fighting Tail not 2 episodes ago, and fighting her rather a lot. And Mech, who is a man, so I don't know why the heck she's okay with him, but he's probably still, well, because we found out with Tail, still harboring a weird thing about Lady being berserk. Wow. Okay, yeah, I can understand that. I mean, somebody has a mental break and wants to kill everybody once. Yeah, but you'd think it would eventually wear off, especially if she wasn't actually able to do so. You'd think people would be like, well, you know, she's kind of matured. It's been quite a few years. And she's probably chill now. But no. Apparently everybody's gonna be fucking freaking out forever. Okay, I guess. Yeah, and it does look like today, like, it's just gonna be a real chill and easy episode day. And we've completed the obscured form, which is the necessary statue for the Wookiees' ideology. An ideology, I'll remind you, is totally okay with our ideology as well. It's damn near identical to ours. Alright, we managed to do the Alpha Mechs, which is actually not bad. Okay, should we do canning? If we do canning, that might actually be a halfway decent... Oh yeah, and this is the genetic stuff. Is there anything we actually care about doing? Well, you know what I would really want is... Well, yes-ish. Kind of. Yes, we're going to want some armor. And preferably I want some flak armor, because that's actually... It ain't going to slow them down too much. But we need to research plate armor before we do that, apparently. And how's our yak doing? Yak's apparently doing just fine. Apparently the yak can probably dig through the dirt, dig through the snow. Which you'd think the chickies would... The chickies and the sheepies would be able to do likewise, but apparently not. Apparently that real thin snow is just too hard to dig through. Apparently. Well, I just cleared out more animals. And apparently, we were real clever and we cleared out all the fucking males. Yeah, that's a brilliant idea there, guys. Kill the guys. That's... I really would like to know the mechanic of that whole killing the animals thing, because I'm almost 100% certain that's not a mod, and that's vanilla. And if it is, me and the developer needs to have a slight chat, because that's kind of dumb. The fact that they would actually kill the breeding male. The breeding male. Because now we're going to have to wait for the other guy to grow up. Hope to Christ he doesn't. He does. Hope to Christ he doesn't die, I guess I should say. And it looks like Tails' heater has been built. So now Tail will be able to keep her room at 74 degrees. Which, admittedly, is going to make the AC units probably, you know, work overtime during the summertime. But, Eh. Honestly, if I wanted to make that a little bit easier on him, I could go and fix that. Okay, looks like we got a Mechanoid cluster going right over here. What do we got? Climate adjuster, making it slightly colder during the wintertime? Oh no. Whatever shall we do? Do you guys not have a countdown timer? No, you don't have a countdown timer. Hell. Guess what's not? Guess where we're not going? Ever. So it gets a bit colder. I'm not worried. You guys should have died a long time ago anyways. Ah, yeah, but that does remind me. I should make a mortar. Automated mortar. I don't remember downloading a mod. Hang on. Okay, an automated mortar that launches high explosive shells. While can inflict devastating damage, mortar's inherent inaccuracy makes it more useful attacking large fortification than groups of enemies on the field. Due to its delicate firing mechanism, it's only calibrated to fire high explosive shells. So basically, I can just have this basically fire on its own without needing somebody to do that for it. So the real question is, do we want to waste some of our advanced components, of which we don't have many, 6 of them? Do we want to waste some of our advanced components making an automated one? Nah, we can make one that's, not automated. And we go over to furniture. Go over to marble shelves. Do granite. Go over to storage. Clear out everything except for every single one of our mortar shells. And make this be the important one. There. And I will build a roof right over wherever the heck the person is going to be standing. And over the shelf where the mortars are. They shouldn't deteriorate. Shouldn't be the keyword here. But just on the off chance. And I'm also going to smooth this terrain because obviously I'm going to. We've gotten to the point where we can go and do that. So we're going to. And that does bring up an interesting point. I should make some high explosive shells. And we'll have 50 of them. Pause one. Nah. Let's keep a 50. And we'll drop them on the ground because, honestly speaking, I can't think of a better thing to do with a mortar shell than to drop it straight onto the ground, honestly. Right at your feet. Jesus! Jesus, guys. The hell, guys? You fucking killed one of my chickens. The hell, guys? Like, holy hell, guys. Okay, what do we got here? Mike Anarchist Mudget. 33, Vast Learner, Psychopath. Not bad. He's a good talker, good with messing, great shooter, like amazing shooter. Lucky, yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, honestly, she's not bad at all. Good melee fighter, good cooker. We were looking for somebody to help mech. Good plants and good crafting. Honestly, both of these people would be decent if they decided to stick around. Oh, and deconstruct the shuttle if you don't mind. And we've got some decent stuff out of that, yeah. Quest available. Wanted prisoners. Okay. So, Pocus Propus, the Archduchess of the Fallen Empire, seeks our help. Royal Arculus recently extracted 6 prisoners from the ancient crypto sleep vault and intend to question them. Keep the prisoners secret from court rival. She wants us to hold them for 21 days. Seriously, the Fallen Empire just really fucking just loves giving us quests, don't they? Like, I think out of the main quests that we got, out of the last 10 main quests that we got, I'm pretty sure like 7 or 8 of them have been the Fallen fucking Empire. Like, holy hell, these guys are freaking just bothering us like every fucking goddamn day. Holy shit. Okay, so they are suffering from parabolic aplasia, blah blah blah. So they won't be bothering us with trying to escape. Lucky us. We do have to have 6 beds though in our prison, which not really that hard. Just put another bed right here. Yeah, pretty much. Problem is that the Blighted crew are going to be sending 2 raids of this size, which Trap Hallway should be able to handle. But I've got another little secret that I might actually use. This thing. I might just fire on this thing and wake it up. Open this thing. Have them funnel through here if I can. Most likely not. Actually looking at things. Yeah, no. That's not a bad... It's not bad. It wasn't a bad idea to think about, but just no. Just no. And Lucky's gonna join. Okay, so we've got a problem. Oh, nope, we sure don't. Okay. But we've got a problem if Anarchist decides to join. So that's a problem we should probably focus on now, anyways. Where would we put a bedroom if we were going to put a bedroom? And you know where I'm going to put it? I'm going to start putting my bedrooms over here. That's what we're going to do with our bedrooms. Alrighty, we're almost 2/3 of the way through the winter. And our animals have really just ate through the freaking... ate through the food here. Like, holy crud. I mean, we can change the, we can add a bill that allows us to use... let's get rid of this. We can add a bill that allows that to be everything, save for the twisted meat, obviously. Turn all that off. Save for letting them use, you know, the veggies. But also allows the berries and the... Actually, we'll just do the berries. Just the berries. Potatoes we're going to keep for ourselves. But yeah. And I'm going to pause that. And if we need extra food for the animals... Yep. Anarchist, there we go, has decided to leave. That's fine. He's got good... He would be a good fighter. 100% he would be a good fighter. Actually, a really good fighter. But he's unwaveringly loyal, so we wouldn't even be able to go and convert him anyways, even if we did decide to capture him. So, Oh, Min. We do want you to go and convert Lucky, because I don't know what her ideology is. Ah, the old ranch cult. Yeah, no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Your ranch cult ain't fucking living in our goddamn house at all. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. And I'm not going to make her helping out with plants. She's good enough. She's good enough without. We're good without needing her to help out with plants. We got 3 other people who are focusing purely on plants. Yeah, let's have her focus on cooking alongside Mech and doing a little bit of crafting, because yeah, honestly speaking, eventually we're going to get to the point where we're going to have more and more and more crafting places and not enough people to actually, you know, craft stuff. So having more crafters sure as heck ain't going to hurt my feelings on. And if she doesn't have anything to do in either of those, yeah, okay, then you can go help with planting. And if you don't have anything to do there, you can come up here and do some fishing. That's assuming that the Wookiee isn't, you know, currently doing shit. And Lucky is running around doing shit. Yeah, I was gonna say, you really honestly should just be chilling, relaxing. And seeing as how you're going to be melee focused, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna have you wield the stun baton and use the makeshift SMG, because you shouldn't ever actually be needing to attack from long range. And Lucky is... Wow, Lucky was already at 68? That's awesome. She was already kind of... She was already only sort of okay with the ranch cult, but she knew that the ranch cult kind of sucked. She knew that the ranch cult kind of sucked. Let's see, I got 7 shells. Oh, let's see who we got. Definitely not you. Possibly you. Not really. Definitely not you. Not you. And not you. Okay. So, Snow's gonna be our gunner. In case you're wondering, I have, and this is gonna shock you, but I got a mod that changes how the accuracy of the mortars are played. Now, normally, the mortars just straight up take your shooting skill. They take your shooting skill, and that's the That's the aiming chance. Yeah, the aiming chance is is your shooting skill. And even then, it's wildly inaccurate, like to a unsettling degree. So the mod I had basically changes it so that now, instead of just using your shooting skill, it also uses your intellectual skill to help out with the aiming. Which I think is fair game, honestly speaking. Realistically speaking here, let's be real here. If you're going to be using a mortar, yeah, you're probably going to want to be... You're probably going to need to be at least a little bit clever about, well, what the angle of your shot's going to be, yada yada yada, blah blah blah. I'm pretty sure people who have messed about with mortars at least need to be able to do a little bit of math. That's all I gotta say. So I call it fair game. And I also call fair game of manning the mortar, and you know what? Nah. I won't wake him up. Not yet, anyways. I'll wait till there's either a raid that's about to pass by them, or that's going to pass by them, or a trader group that's big enough to, at the very least, wound them. Though I'm pretty sure that any group that actually wanders by them is probably going to wake them up themselves. So, I'm not all that super worried about it, realistically speaking. And how are you looking? I do need a little bit of food, apparently. Well, let us just go and clear out. Ooh. Let's go get rid of this snow that's in your area. There. Okay, well, this place over here has been more or less done and taken care of. So, let us just go and make a room. Now, obviously we don't need to because, you know, Anarchist is deciding to take off. But, obviously, there's a chance we're going to have other people who decide that they're wanting to stick around, so that's why we're doing this. And we're definitely... we'll wait till... We'll wait till it's actually built to put in the heater and the... Well, actually, no, we don't have to, do we? Yeah, I literally can just build one there. And, yeah. The cooler will have to wait till... We're gonna have to wait till it's built to actually go and put in. Or at least wait till one of the walls is built anyways. But, that'll be fine. Shaman Merchant of the yada yada yada. Well, this is going to tell us whether or not they're going to attack the place without us doing jack diddly. They're shamans, so I'm not going to have them... Yeah, they're not even, you know, not even in clothing that's actually warm enough to survive around here, so... Are you going to attack? Yes. Yes, you are, because you guys are idiots. Yep. Okay. Well, Snow, since they already did that, do me a solid. Take out that frickin' climate adjuster. Cool. I mean, they're already coming in. And seeing as how they are already coming in, yeah. Hey, Min. Get your boy toys. Ada! Get your shit. Fuck it. Babook! Get some experience. Lady! Same with you, pretty much. Pretty much, same with you. Get some experience, people. Whoa there. And mechanoids. Of course they're coming immediately. Well, the good news is all the mechanoids are dead. Bad news is... Oh, hey! Well, this is shocking. They're immediately trained in attacking. Wait, does that mean... No. It's tail. Tail. No? Huh. Weird. Okay, Lifter, you do your thing. Alright, so you guys are going to be coming in, and you're going to be trying to... You guys are going to be trying to get into our base somehow. How are you going to be trying to get into the base? That's what I need to figure out. That's how you're going to be trying to get into the base. Okay. Well, that's not good. That's very not good, actually. That's a, we grab everybody, and we prepare to defend to the best of our abilities. Okay, the climate adjuster has been destroyed. Gosh dang it! Lady, send out your those guys. Are you guys serious? Sorry about that. Cat decided to jump on my desk here and hit the hit the recording button, the stop and start recording button. And well, let's be honest here, you really honestly didn't miss anything that you weren't obviously going to see. Everybody got down. I mean, we managed to take down one of the damn frickin' managed to take down one of the bastards before we actually died, but yeah. Ernesto here is the man in black. If you don't know what the man in black is, anytime, yep. Anytime all of your colonists either go down or die, the game will send in the Man in Black. The Man in Black is a guy who wears, black stuff and wields a revolver. It's basically, I think, a reference to Fallout and the Man in Black in there. Yeah, Ernesto's not surviving this. Even if he managed to somehow kill this Thermite and this Scyther, there's no coming back for this colony. This colony is as good as, Ernesto is dead now too. Or downed, anyways. So yeah, this is the end of the center of the Nebulous Plains, unfortunately. I honestly thought that we could manage to survive it, but honestly speaking, nope. No, we really couldn't. Honestly speaking, we really probably should have just ran as soon as we saw that there was, that big of a group coming in. But, we didn't. We chose to try to stay and fight and survive, and now, honestly, the best hope that this place has is an Anarchist basically managing to solo a Thermite and a Scyther. I mean, if he's lucky, yeah, sure, he'll manage to survive, but, Adam might survive too. If I let him self-tend, and he survives long enough to actually be able to get up himself, yeah. Yep. It is done. Yeah, there is no coming back for this colony. I mean, we've got no one to help us, nothing left to save us. Ada here might have a real chance of surviving only because he doesn't actually have serious wounds. I mean, Gara might survive too, since she doesn't have that terrible bad of wounds, but yeah, no, honestly speaking, this is the end of this colony, unfortunately, which really sucks. We managed to survive. We managed to survive. If there are 15 days each, then that means we survived for over. We've survived for, yeah, close to 5 years, I want to say. No, let me do the math on this real quick. Hang on, let me pull out some piece of paper and do some math real quick. Alright, so we've survived for damn near 4 years. I mean, we were about a month off from surviving 4 years. But yeah, we had damn near survived for 4 years in this colony. In-game. But it is what it is. It happens, unfortunately. Eventually, this is going to be a bit of a ruins after the mechanoids are done playing around, killing whatever they want to kill and all that jazz. Maybe Ada and Gara might be able to get themselves up enough to do what they need to do. Oh, no. No. You are not going to do that. I'll set up Ada to do his own thing, but yeah. This colony is, as far as I'm concerned, dead. Because there is no way Ada solos this. There is no way Ada solos this. And even if he does, it is, well, done. It is dead. I mean, I can set them up so that they all receive medical care. No medicine, unfortunately. No, you're not leaving, Ada. You're gonna finish healing yourself, then you're gonna finish healing Gara. Actually, no, you're gonna finish... You're gonna tend to yourself, then you're gonna tend to Min, and then you're gonna tend to Gara. But yeah, honestly speaking, that is it. That is it, people. Now, I might just play around with this a little bit and see if I can't... Huh. Oh, the Shamblers. I forgot the Shamblers were coming in. Shamblers apparently don't like the Mechanoids any more than we do. Huh, neato. But yeah. In my own off time, I'll play around with these guys a little bit and see if I can't save most of them. Yeah, I'm definitely not saving Mech, unfortunately. But yeah, we might just start a new colony somewhere else with these three. Ada, Gara, and Min. So, I thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, do the whole YouTube thing, and watch out for the next episode when we, well, basically, hope that Harden here, apparently, whoever the hell he is, can manage to kill this Scyther and all these Shamblers over here. I'm willing to bet that's probably not going to be the case. Probably not going to be the case. Especially since there's a Gorehulk. Holy shit, that's, yeah, shit. But, that's going to be that. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'm sorry if you guys are sad to see this particular series end. But, it is what it is. It tends to happen, of course, unfortunately. But that is, well, something that happens, unfortunately. So, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. And we'll see you guys next time. Sayonara and goodbye.